Well, hello, hello. So today, in all the 22 years that I've enjoyed delivering a Valentine's Sunday service and focused on romantic love, I've focused on chosen partners and married partners, all of a sudden, it hit me. What about our friendships? In 22 years, I hadn't thought about the Lord as our true friend. I hadn't thought about your true friendship. I hadn't thought that the vast majority of this congregation are single or come here as a single entity on Sunday and their partners aren't here. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, I've missed the boat. So today, we fulfill that part of love, that is that abiding friendship that is such an important part of life. And I'd like to start, before I ask you a question, I'm going to ask you to give me your thoughts too. But I receive a booklet in the mail every month from my sister-in-law called Angels on Earth. And these are true stories of either angel experiences, or angel sightings, or angel perceptions in ordinary days or activities or people. This is a very brief, true story. Years ago, I received a promotional Christmas card in the mail. You've all gotten those from your dentist or from whoever it is that sends you greetings. And I received this Christmas card, and that's the kind of ad that I got in the card. Instead, I sent it back to my best friend of 20 years, the world's biggest joker. Joe will think I'm really cheap to send him this promotional Christmas card. And I thought that when I dropped it in the mailbox, he would get a chuckle. Next December, I received the same card back in the mail. And Joe had scratched out the name and put his own name. Reuse the card. It turned into a 7-year game. Mardi Gras, President's Day, and even National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. Got the same card back and forth. We sent it back and forth. And then Joe got cancer, and I thought we should stop. And I told him that I lost the card. He says, "Oh no, you didn't. I've got it." So one day he said to me, the writer, "You'll find this card in the mailbox." Well, my friend Joe died, bless you. He died soon after. When at least I expected to get the card, I received his card. And the return address, any guesses?
Heaven.
Heaven. Inside, Joe had written in his light-hearted way, "Wish you were here."
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh. You got me.
I did too. When I read this,
You got me.
I just had to open with this because it just stirs the heart, doesn't it? You know, with true friends, you can joke like this, but there's something underneath it that is so profound and really encapsulates what love is all about. So what I'd like to do, just for a few minutes, is ask you, what are the qualities in your experience, in your mind, what are the qualities of a true friend? What do you think?
Never always having to call them every day, just knowing that when you do talk to them, they don't say, "Well, why haven't you called?" It's, "How are you doing and how have you been?"
Yeah. Yep. There's just an understanding, isn't there? There's a lot of give.
Like Laura.
Yeah. We give our really true friends a lot of leeway. That's a really important point. Thank you. Anything else? What are the qualities, what matter to you in a friend? A true friend?
Closeness with freedom.
Ooh. Wow, did you hear that? Closeness with freedom, which is very, it's akin to what she's talking about. Yeah, and as I hear that, I'm also thinking freedom to be yourself.
Yeah, lots of different things.
A lot, I mean, because there's a lot of ways we mess up with each other. I have gotten into some pretty serious hot water with some people who I didn't mean to hurt. And my intentions were good, but I didn't think the way that I needed to think to be sensitive. And I've been forgiven and I've been understood because they knew at my core who I am, that I wouldn't want to hurt them. A lot of freedom, and so that I would add that a true friend forgives. A true friend really does, yes, yeah.
Endurance through thick and thin.
Yes, that's really important. Yep. How many times have we had someone in our life who was important to us, but faded out? And it's not, and you know that saying, you know, people come and go, and then some remain etched in our hearts. But that's right, the ones who are true friends, even if a lot of time passes, or even if a lot of water is under the bridge, boy, they just kind of stick. Yeah.
Consideration, concern, even when you're not with them, because he knows it.
Yes. That's really going to be one of my opening comments in my description of different types of friends. That's right. There's a sense in which a true friend really does care.
Yeah.
And they express that care.
Even when they're not there, because you know they.
You feel it. You really do. Yeah.
True.
Yes. Oh.
If you call, I'll be there.
When
Charlie's
you're
song.
down and troubled, right?
That's a true friend.
That's right. That, yeah. When you really need them, they're there. It was
Honesty and confrontation, even if it hurts.
big.
Couldn't hear.
Honesty and confrontation, even when it hurts. So the way that I was thinking about it as I was preparing this message with you in my mind and heart was the ability to speak one's truth, even if it hurts. Yep, honesty is huge. And to be able to say it and communicate it. Anyone else? Yes.
For me, a true friend is someone with whom I could share anything, and there will not be any space of judgment.
Ooh, very important.
Which is why I have too many fingers in this hand to count my friends, my true friends. A lot of people know me because I'm a public figure where I live.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know me or think they know me, and I know a lot of people, or at least I think I know them, but the true friends are very, very rare. I wish I had more, but
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, how many of us, and you don't need to raise your hand because of privacy, but how many of us have told another human being all of our deep, dark secrets without judgment? Okay, well, and look at the hands are still going up, all right. Yeah, I can tell you that the only person I've told everything to is my husband. Because when we both have been through a divorce, and when we first got together, we had to have everything on the table or nothing. Because we knew that the statistics were that the second and third divorces are going to come statistically more likely that the second or third marriage would work. So we knew that the only thing that would keep us surviving as a married couple was that if all the hurt and disappointment and the anger and the struggle in our faith journeys was out on the table, so that we would be kind to each other, because if we don't know what's in there, we're going to trample. We're going to trample, and we're going to hurt, and we're going to react. Theron helped us, actually. He was our marriage therapist for a number of years, pre and post ceremony, because we had these fears from our first marriages and our abandonments and betrayals that we participated in. So how important it is, and as a public figure, Gerard, I can't put everything out there that I've done or thought or felt or experienced. So it's so important on the human level, so important that we do confide in friends. Thank you. That's an incredible list. There's a lot that you shared that I didn't think of. Is there anything else that you can think of as a quality of a true friend? And maybe it's something you haven't yet experienced.
I could tell you something.
Yeah?
If I was living on this side of the river,
Mm-hmm.
if I was not a native,
Mm-hmm.
you guys would be, I would consider true friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we would have the opportunity to visit and,
More often.
yeah,
Yes.
and calling wouldn't be a long distance. And
Yep, yep, I feel that. And I feel that when you're here, you're able to share what's in your heart, and we're able to love you and us you. There isn't a pretense, so let's go into 3 different levels that I borrowed from Reverend Dr. David Fekete in the book that we're reading at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings, The Struggle and the Ecstasy of Spiritual Living. And in a portion of his book, he gives us 3 levels. The first level is that immediate and powerful heart connection. You know that when you meet somebody, and I don't know, I'm sure that this is not unique to me, where you meet somebody and immediately you feel comfortable,
Yeah.
you feel connected, you feel perhaps even that you've known them before. You get that sense of deja vu. Yes.
Affinity.
Affinity.
Yeah, and it's hard to define it.
Yes. And a sense that you could have a heart-to-heart, no judgment, and that something real passes between you at a love level. Now there is also another level, it's called social friendship, and I don't mean to diminish it, because a lot of times we do service to God in community with people who we serve with at a social level. Maybe it's government, maybe you're on the city council. Has anybody here been on the city council? I've always secretly wanted to be, but not enough, I guess. Have you served in a mission? Have you gone somewhere to another country where you've served in missions? Have you served at the Veterans Luncheon? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
the
And-
Legion.
Yes. And have you helped the homeless? Okay. And so there is a connection with the other human beings in the spirit of the Lord when you're serving. And the sort of the traditional Christian word is charity, and I mean that in the deepest, most beautiful sense. There's a sense in which you are connected to the people around you socially, that it isn't as much of a one-to-one, heart-to-heart like that initial powerful friendship that we were talking about, but there is a connection there that is very important in our spiritual journey. And then there's another kind of friend, and it's more of the mind. Are there friends that you have in your life where you share ideas, maybe even theology, or maybe you talk about the life journey, maybe your goals for your life, maybe you talk about your vision, how the country's doing. I mean, we're so impassioned right now about politics and the country. Or maybe ideas of what it means to be a good person. You share ideas and you are stimulated. Your mind wakes up and you leave that conversation with something to think about. That's a kind of true friendship that develops in the mind. My experience of this congregation is that I'm experiencing with you all 3, which makes this place heaven to me. With true friendships, the soul level is touched. When you're with a true friend, you get a feeling that your soul has been activated or touched or warmed. And there is a sense of responsibility to the friendship. And I don't mean that obligation sense where, I should or I must do what I need to do. But there is a sense of responsibility that it's a part of the spiritual journey. It's a part of your spiritual health to be a good friend and to receive the friendship of another. So this is now touching on the ultimate friend, which I know our minds and hearts are going to, which is the Lord. When Theron read the scripture from Isaiah, there is an aspect of the Lord as our true friend that none of us touched on, and I didn't think of either until I reread the scripture, which is alive, by the way. It's a living force, scripture. And it talks about the Lord as being faithful to you. So how many times have your closest friends on earth let you down? How many times have you intentionally or unintentionally been betrayed or forgotten when they didn't do what you thought they should do? In Isaiah, he's reminding us of the closeness of the Lord and that he will always be faithful to you. There isn't a moment in your existence or ever even when you die and you pass along into another realm, there will not be one moment where you will be forgotten. That is quite a promise and a reality, that the Lord is loyal to you and faithful to you. And actually, we read in John that you were chosen by virtue of the fact that you were born. You were chosen to live. That makes you pretty darn special. And how many times do we struggle with our esteem? How many times do we feel not good enough? But yet you were chosen and handpicked, and that you are safe with the Lord. That there isn't a moment where he turns his back on you. Unlike we are imperfect, we are growing. That's another nature of being human and growing as children of God, is that our friendships are always evolving and changing. Our friends are not the same friends as they were yesterday. And we are not the same kind of friend as we were yesterday. We're different today. And we change and we evolve. But guess who is always there? Yeah. And I think I take it for granted. I think we do. I think we don't realize how close he is and how available. I hear people every day who are struggling to live in the cancer unit. I hear every day, oh, I think he forgot me. No, he didn't. He's loyal and you're safe. Yes.
I think it's divine order too, and I know this is complicated, I'll just mention quickly, I think different people come in our lives at different times, and that's part of the
Yes.
thing. I mean, there's an
Yes.
order, spiritual order.
Absolutely. And I'll close, it's kind of attached to that point. You know, every day we're different, our friends, our friendships change, we're liquid, we're fluid. And because we change and we grow, and so do our friends. And so how that happens changes.
Touch my hand.
But all of the qualities that you voiced today about friends and what a true friend is, all of the qualities that matter to you, being able to be honest, to be able to accept and not judge, all of these qualities are really the Lord in your friends. You know, we tend to, in time and space, we tend to separate out our earthly friends and then there's the Lord. But the truth is that the Lord is in your friends and loving you and providing for you in all the different ways that your friends do. What a friend